you guys are still within the mix of schools football. Tell us, how does it feel today that another injection has been done today?
Well, it's been 20 years. Today is a 20-year celebration of the partnership between the Motsepe Foundation, Sanlam, and SAFA. And we have already produced, just the other day, you saw the young girls from KZN coming and celebrating the fact that they are African champions. Many of our players, you heard, who came through the ranks and now in Bafana, from our goalkeeper and defenders coming through the Motsepe sponsored K Motsepe Schools finals. And already there's a huge excitement. We have many principals on our NEC. Fina is a school principal, Wande Mansiwa is a school principal, MK is a school principal, and they are enrolling boys and girls. This time it will be boys and girls, under 15. And why is it important? Because FIFA has announced that now for the under 17, under 20 World Cup will be every year. We already have a core group of under 17 boys and girls that our TD is preparing, and now there is another platform to identify talented players at an early stage of under 14 and building them to eventually having a strong under 17 team for participation in CAF, in COSAFA, so that we can qualify for the World Cup. It's a tremendous, exciting day today for football.
I'm looking at the stories that were told there while you're sitting there. What does it say to you, seeing all of this being done under your watch and the current SAFA, being trusted with so much money amidst the life that we live in, where we know very well that there are always backroom stories, backyard stories about money missing and all of that, but you are still being trusted with so much.
And sitting next to school principals and talking to them. And this is the good thing about this competition. It's a transformation tool. You heard them saying from the ground to the pitch, Tlompo Kokana helped that transition from a classroom to a computer room. They have used the money to build additional classrooms, to build quality pitch, and to build other infrastructure that schools need. And there's also a component of choral music through the Stratford. Music and football, a partnership. You'll see in the stadium, we must bring Mama Joy and a choir to come and sing.
Who's paying?
She's paying. But music and football has always been very close allies in the transformation of our society. During the World Cup, we are the first and only country that during the World Cup delivered a concert on the day prior to the opening ceremony and the opening match. And it's still the most iconic songs that have been sung in that World Cup. It's still being sung all over the world. So music is universal, football is universal, and with Sanlam and Motsepe Foundation, it's just a great partnership.
Just before we let you go, just last one and follow up on that one, Press. The national teams are not in the Olympics, our national teams, whether it's women's or men's. Where does that leave us as SAFA now that we missed this crucial time?
The issue here is, and we have to take up this issue with CAF and with FIFA. Do you think it's right that Africa only has 2 teams in the Olympics? Out of 54 teams, we only have 2. That is the problem. Our team played preliminary, played final competition. Right up until the end, it was between Nigeria, and South Africa, Banyana. And in the away match, they got a penalty. In the home match, we couldn't recover and score that one goal, and we were out. In the other group, it was Morocco and Zambia that had to play off, and finally, it was Zambia who qualified. I think South Africa, Morocco, Nigeria, as well as Zambia, they have strong enough teams to participate in the Olympics. So the question is not, why did you not qualify? The question is, why are you only having 2 countries from Africa qualifying for the Olympics? You wait for a tournament for 4 years. And then when it comes, you say, no, Africa only 2 teams. That's the question.
Pris, we were with the chairman of the league last week, and the issue of VAR came up once again. He said that they were ready to implement a while ago, but he just put the ball squarely back in your court, saying that they're just waiting on you guys. So maybe just where are we?
No, it's not us and them. We've been working together on this project. We had already 3 meetings, and the final issue is clearly the broadcasters must be involved, because they have to bring the broadcast as part of VAR. You look at VAR's operation, the broadcast element is very, very important. And that is the essence of VAR. If you don't have VAR, broadcast, you don't have VAR. So we have to look across all of the matches, speak to the broadcaster, make sure there's adequate coverage of every element of the match, and then finally we have to settle on the budget. It's also going to cost money, and we have to agree on the budget.
So is the broadcasters the only issue maybe outstanding from a SAFA perspective? If the broadcasters were to give you the go ahead tomorrow, would we be able to implement it?
If the broadcasters agree, and then we have to look at the budget, because the PSL plays over 200 matches a year. And if it costs 70,000 rand a match for VAR, you can do the sums. And we have to secure the funding, because once we introduce VAR, it must work, and it must work well.
On a positive note from the SAFA side, as we're just about to let you go, the coaching courses that have been enrolled, we've seen our coaches getting their stars and their badges. That must be something positive from the SAFA structures.
Yes, we already said that one of the things that must be clear, we must have standards. We must have trained, qualified coaches. Even in the Motsepe, it is important that we have good quality coaches to cover all our matches. And so if we must make the demand on all of the leagues, then we must provide the training. And on the 2nd of August, we're starting the B license in KZN. And we're rolling out throughout the country, and then the A license, and then we'll put the requirements. And everyone must then comply, because we have provided the training and the opportunity for every coach to be qualified. It is not correct that a country like South Africa, when we play in the CAF competition and we play in the Champions League, that our coaches are sitting in the stand. They cannot sit on the bench. So we have to correct all of those things, and we are very happy with the progress that has been made. Coaching, qualification is important, and we have done our best to roll it out. So let's hope. The only other problem is that there are many countries now recruiting our coaches, even our women coaches. You look at Uganda, Tanzania, Morocco. They are now, I don't want to say pinching, but they are recruiting our coaches, and we, the more we train, the more they disappear. So, but I think this is the global nature of football. It's a global market, and others people will make the offers, and it's up to the coach to decide.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Chris.
you.